All right, I'm going to try to finish this guy's hand today. Got to do his thumb and the back part of his hand. I would love to just do the rifle with the hammer and the trigger and all that stuff showing, but every bit of that would cost a fortune to cast. I guess if I was better known, I'd get away with it, but I'm not that well known. I mean, I'm only in one gallery right now, and you got your limits when you're not really well known. If I was one of the big name artists, I could do it and justify the extra cost. But because I'm not, it doesn't justify going into that kind of detail. Yeah, it's limiting, very limiting, not being well known, but not much I can do about that. If I haven't become well known by this time, I'm never going to get that way. And I don't seek fame. I do seek making a living at it, though. Anyway, yeah, there's facts of life you have to face when you get to my age, and you've been doing this long enough. I've come close to quitting completely so many times, but I'm not going to do that yet. When they wheel me into the old folks' home, that's probably when I'll have to rethink everything. All right, I'll be right back. I'm sorry, I'm not crying in my beer here. I don't drink beer anyway. All right, I just try to put some fringe on here. This is what I'm thinking, is just have it hanging over his leg. But now I got to think about, if I put fringe on his arm and on his leg with a rifle and his arm coming off, how do we get that off without misaligning the whole thing when they make a mold of it? Because that wrist is real weak and that rifle will tend to move. I don't know. I just don't think I'm going to get done with this piece. It's turning out to be a point. I don't know. They could cut the wrist off there and not remove the arm. See, you got to constantly think about how they're going to make a mold of it. I mean, it's got to all work. Now, the reason I got his arm out here instead of down there pulling a gun out of his belt is because he's got furs over his shoulder and he's holding on to him with this hand. And there's an arrow that's just pierced the furs, didn't go into him, just it struck the furs and he could hear it strike the fur. He knew something was not right, and that's what's bringing him around. But I just don't know, and it's quite honestly not all that great of a piece anyway. I mean, look at the clays I've got sitting up there on that shelf that are never probably going to be cast. I just don't know if it's worthwhile doing something that's iffy and hoping that it will be cast, but you know damn good and well it's probably never going to be cast. It's just that all the clay sitting on your shelf collecting dust it works on your mind as much as I don't want it to. I try to keep my mind clear of that, but I just don't see this piece working out. So I'm going to put it aside. I know there's going to be some of you who don't want to see that happen, but I just can't see how this piece is going to work at all. I mean, I've got a lot of interesting pieces sitting up on that shelf collecting dust, and I don't know, it was a good idea at the beginning of my brain, but it's turning into a nightmare as far as being able to cast it and all that stuff. I may come back and visit this at another time, but right now my brain's fried on it, and I'm going to set it aside. I'll take a couple of days and try to figure out what I'm going to do. If I'm going to do another piece or not, I don't know. It's just one of those days. And it's something every artist deals with. I've got an incredible artist friend who is amazing at what he does, and he keeps calling me and telling me I got to quit painting. I'm not going anywhere with it. I feel lost. I can't draw. And the guy can draw like crazy. It's just every artist goes through a moment in time where they just wonder what's the purpose. So that's the way that's going to be. You just got to know when to hold them and when to fold them. And right now, I'm folding on this one. I'm not going to tear it apart. I'm going to put it up on the shelf up here. I'll hold on to it for a while, come back to it another time. A month or two, maybe even 6 months from now. And I'll try to see what I feel like then. But I'm going to come up with another idea. I've got some other things been floating in my head. And I'm not going to give up sculpting. I'm just going to take a break on this one and get away from it before it drives me right up a wall. It's just the complexity of it that I'm dealing with, and if I thought it was a spectacular piece, I'd stick with it, but I just don't see it being spectacular. All right, I'm going to take some time. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do, and it'll be better than this. Like I said, I've got a lot of stuff collecting dust on the shelf. I don't need to be adding another one. All right, good night, everybody, and I'm fine. It's just all artists go through this. We all go through it, and it's nothing new. It's just a matter of not giving up, but knowing when to fold on a piece and when not to fold on it. And right now I'm folding on this one. All right, good night, and I'll see you next time. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. It really would help me. Also, check out the link below this video. It will take you to a review of my 9 instructional videos that could be very helpful to you if you're thinking of sculpting. Good night, everybody.